Welcome back to Likewise Pod. We're so stoked for another week and to close out October.
Oh my gosh, it is the last week of October. Wow. Speaking of October, last week was really fun with our minis and like giving our own takes on, I don't know if you've all seen it, but we've definitely seen a lot of it, like the top five trend going on right now. But yeah, so we're really excited to be closing it out together again and can't wait to get into the Halloween spirit or Halloween. Halloween. Oh my gosh, what is going on? Can't wait to get to the Halloween spirit. And talk about ghosting and getting ghosted. Ooh, spooky.
Very funny.
But yeah, obviously, before we actually get into our topic for the day, we're going to start this episode as we always do with our roses and thorns. So, Sam, what are your roses and thorns for the week?
Okay, I first rose is that I kind of not so sneakily surprise announced my book, which is fun, like my solo book that, well, will be. I'm saying this so that I stick to it, will be the next book published after Me for You. And
So
I'm aiming for well, I'm gonna say this to humble me later when this doesn't happen, or be really great when it does happen, but I'm kind of aiming for June.
excited. I love that. I think it'll happen.
Yeah, me too. I just need to really crack down, but it shouldn't be an issue. Um, And then, among other things, I've had some like fun weekend things happening. Like last weekend, I got my seconds re-pierced with my friend, and the weekend before that, we actually went to get that done, but then the guy didn't have time for walk-ins, so we went to like TJ Maxx and thrifting, so that was really fun. Um, yeah, there was something else, but I forgot it already. Um, And my thorn is just that I've been so exhausted lately, and I just miss my friends and my mom. Like that's like I've just been like, wow, like I miss everyone. Like I'm counting down the days until I go home for Thanksgiving, and that's still a whole month away. So that's just rough, but it's fine. It's like crazy. That trip is like an exact year from the last time I went home.
Oh my
Like I
God.
haven't been home since last Thanksgiving.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Of all my trips this year, I did not go home, but that's fine. I mean, my mom came and visited me here, so it was like,
Oh yeah, true. That was so cute.
yeah. So yeah, I just miss my people. That's all.
Oh. My thorn is just that I've not had very like many nights in my own bed the past like week and a half. Um, and I just miss my bed. I mean, I've been there for I think this is my I was okay, I got home on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, third night, and then tonight, and then I'm going out of town again this weekend. But yeah, so that goes like with my rose that I've just had a fun like last couple of weeks. Like I went to Eugene for a church conference thing, and then I went to Leavenworth for a long weekend, this past weekend, and then going down south, like Aberdeen area. I don't know. Something about either Aberdeen or the peninsula or both. I don't know. For fishing and hunting this weekend. But that's just Friday through Sunday, so it won't be like super long weekend or anything, which will be nice to be back in my bed and then like back in routine, like weekly routine next week. And then also I'm seeing Shawn Mendes tonight, and I'm so excited. I haven't seen him since like 2017. I love him so much, and I was telling Sam this before, and I was also talking to my sister, and like I don't cry at shows, but I feel like I'm gonna cry tonight, like seeing him. I'm like, oh, Shawn, baby. I love him. I love him so much. Anyways, I'm excited. Can't wait. Friends and family.
Yay. So fun. Wow. October, it really did fly by, and I think that's a good thing, but also kind of sad because I love fall. Obviously, fall's not over, but like so many brands have like launched their holiday campaigns this week. So I've just been like, oh my gosh, and then at work, like everything's
Yeah.
holiday, 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 and now even starting to plan stuff for spring. And so it's like, oh my goodness, I'm not relishing in the fallness. And I just really want to. Like I want to soak it in and let it linger because I just love fall.
Oh my gosh, next week is November, and we have a transparency moment. We have nothing planned for November.
I know I was thinking about that. I was like, this is funny because I'm like, we're gonna probably keep this episode really short and then we both have things tonight. Um I say that like I have actual things. I just want to watch the Vikings game.
No, that's things.
It
That
is
is
things.
things.
It's important. It's right now. But no, I just want to watch as much of that as I can. I probably won't even watch. Like I'll watch, but not. Um, you have the concert, whatever. Yeah, November is not Novembering at all. Um, so yeah, maybe we weren't joking when we said no pod November. Haha, just kidding.
LOL, we would never.
There will be at least one episode. We can confirm. Just kidding. There'll be more than one.
We'll see. We'll see.
We always get it together. Remember when okay, we still are planned way ahead, but we used to be like 2, 3 months fully planned ahead. Um, which I would say we kind of
Yeah.
are right now with a lot of things. Like we have
I mean, we're
a lot
planned, or we have
planned.
concepts of a plan.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I
We
know.
just
I'm
did
like,
not we did not pick like topics or any of that, but that's okay.
yeah.
So funny. So that's definitely spooky as well, in addition to our topic today about being not just being ghosted, but also ghosting. Just thought it'd be kind of I don't know why. I think I saw something on Pinterest that was like a t-shirt or something that said like hot and haunted. And I was like, that's so girl boss slay funny t-shirt in the year of 2024. Perfect for the week of Halloween. Even though it's technically like next week, but we're kind of in it by the time this episode goes up. It's time for the celebrations. Oh my gosh, speaking of Halloween celebrations, we had little kid trick-or-treating at work today where like people brought
Oh,
kids in dressed up in their costumes at the end of the day, which is
that's
really cute. Some of my coworkers have the cutest little toddlers, so it was adorable. Um, but yeah, just thought it was very fitting for the week of Halloween. Except there's one thing that's spooky about being an adult. Sometimes it's the relationships in your life and just the experience of, I mean, not just dating, because ghosting I think comes up in a lot of things, but like especially dating, situation shipping, ghosting, spooky stuff. So why
no,
not talk about it?
so true. Ugh. No, when we were like thinking about this episode, honestly, I didn't really know what this episode meant until honestly earlier today. Sorry. I was like, I don't know what it means, but okay, I'll go with it. Like, are we gonna tell ghost stories? One, I don't have any, and two, I don't believe in ghosts, so I'm like, I really don't have any. But then, like, looking at the notes, I'm like, oh yes, I get it. I understand. And then, like, thinking about it, I'm like, oh yeah, I guess ghosting really doesn't have to be just like relate like romantic relationships, but it could be any relationship. And then thinking back, I'm like, oh yes, I do know that firsthand.
Yeah, no, like it's I don't know, I think it's kind of the same thing as when people say like friendship breakups hurt more than like regular breakups, and I think people say that a lot too about ghosting because they're like literally how do you go from being like the closest person to me and knowing everything about me and we talk all the time to like full drop off the face of the earth, never talk again. Like there's no closure in it, and I think that's what hurts people the most. Just because like I understand ghosting a lot when it's like very simple, like ghost someone after one date, like little
Hmm.
things like that, like you barely know them or something. Like if you're kind of ghosting a stranger, but to ghost someone, like when you hear the horror stories of people who get ghosted after like a 3 or plus like multi-year relationships, I just don't understand how, like, honestly, kind of impressive you could pull that off. But I'm scared of you. Like, it's like, dang, that would really, really hurt to when you
Yeah.
actually have people that close to you, um, ghosting.
Yeah. That sounds real rough.
Uh, no, exactly. I mean, even if things are like a little rough and you're, I don't know, don't have the best relationship or something, like maybe you were like fighting with friends or something, who knows? But I feel like we do, it's like a situation where it's like a lot of people like to run now with this whole you don't owe anyone anything mindset.
Yeah.
And now it's like, well, sometimes I think you do. We do owe each other something sometimes, especially when you're in in close relationships with people.
Yeah, true. That's so true. I think like yeah, like along the point of like, no, you don't owe anyone anything. Like, actually, I'm so sorry, but you definitely did. Like, if you're in that relationship with someone where it's like, no, you're the closest person I like to me, or like you're my best friend, or you're my like partner, or you're, whatever, like, not only do you owe it, honestly, like, not only do you owe it to them to like talk to them about it and like be a mature adult and like just be a decent human being, but you owe it to yourself to be a decent human being. Like, why would you want to like just not give anyone a reason and then have everyone think these things about you and blah 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 blah. But no, like for me at least, like no, oh, I don't care what anyone thinks about me, blah 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 blah. Yeah, you can say that all you want, but we all know that there is a small little sliver that does care. And so if people are just like, oh my gosh, Issa, she just stopped talking to me and I don't even know why. Like there's nothing that happened and blah 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 blah, like all the things. I'm like, I owe it to myself to like be a person who like is just upfront and honest. Is like, listen, here's something going on. And but also as someone who avoids conflict like the plague, um, I don't have these conversations and I'm scared. So I just don't say anything and I just don't ghost. So maybe that's just me. I don't know.
No, I can relate to that. Especially when like I almost think if you're the one ghosting, it can almost haunt you more than the other person because you always will carry the weight of like being the one who like just ghosted. Versus like at some point I think yeah, the other person might remember it or have things that spark their memory or like Snapchat memories come up or you see something that reminds you of that person and you'll think of it again or someone asks you something about them, but for them it's maybe something they're gonna end up forgetting about or they're gonna get these new relationships and be fulfilled and not think about you all the time. But I feel like you being the ghoster, like I feel like you just are probably going to carry the burden of that a little bit more than the person you hurt too. And
Oh
maybe
yeah.
it'll be like a slower set. It's like a slow burn for you because in the moment maybe you feel so great about it, and for a while you're like I'm protecting my peace. I feel so good, and then you get like a year or two down the line and you realize like you just have this like guilt of the fact that you left this like you didn't leave something with the right closure and then you start to feel that wound too because you didn't get the closure either. So,
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree, and I feel like what I said like didn't like it made sense like a little bit, but also not at all, which is fine. But no, like I really liked that's what I meant when I was saying all the weird anyway, sorry, my brain's like all over the place. But like with you owe it to yourself, just like and then what you were saying is that when you ghost or like when you're yeah, when you're the ghoster, not the ghosted, ghosty, when you're the ghoster, then it's like you kind of you hold on to that more than the ghosty does. Like, yeah, it'll fester. It'll be like, okay, well, why did this happen? Like, why did they stop talking to me? But then like it goes away because it's like, well, it's out of my control. Oh well, that's just how it is. But then like when you're the one who goes, it's still like in your mind, you're like, oh yeah, I stopped talking to this person, or like, oh, this happened to me. And then it's just like all those things going on. It just reminds me of like forgiveness and how like forgiveness is not for the forgiven, but it's for the forgiver. Like forgiveness doesn't let the other person off the hook, it lets you off the hook when you forgive. So
mhm.
it's like it's like similar, same, but not.
Yeah, no, totally. Especially when like I think it's just the thing of like the person who you ghost or something. They can, I feel like they'll reach a point of acceptance about it and like they just don't have the expectation that they would ever hear from you and they accept it for what it is. Whereas you, the longer it goes on, the harder it's going to be to like make amends or something. Like
Hmm.
if you ever think of like reaching back out, it's only harder the longer like it's been or like how much more time has passed because it's like, well, if you think I should reach out, but then you're like, but it's been a year, like, and then you're like, well, maybe not, and so like you just kind of sit on it more and more and more, and then it's just like way past the point. But I guess that's only like really serious ghosting is what I'm thinking about, like kind of bigger, more intense situations, which I don't think I've ever had something very big and intense like that ghosting wise. I've definitely had like big fallouts with like breakups and friendship breakups and where we've gone completely like no contact, like just in like a mutual way. Like not that we were ever really said like I haven't had a situation where like neither of us really said we're not talking anymore,
Mm,
but it was like it just kind of was like why would we talk again like kind of
yeah.
thing or there was just not good energy there and the other person had other things to deal with. And so it's kind of like, and there was just like block when you block people and stuff, like, what are you gonna, what do you mean? Like, what are you gonna
Oh.
do? So, but I think, yeah, I've had like no contact situations with that are hurtful or like still maybe don't have the amount of closure they could have had, but it wasn't necessarily like ghosting.
Yeah. Okay, guys, not gonna lie. I have been on both sides of this. Sorry, I know I just said that I don't ghost. I don't anymore. That was back in high school. That was high school Lisa. Now I'm 6 years out. 6.5 years out. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. But yeah, no, it's rough. And like I don't know, like sometimes I mean kudos to the people who are like not like looking for a fight, but like who are so willing to stand up for themselves like that because I'm like, that's amazing. Like, good for you. I'm so glad. I wish. But like I've ghosted someone and then they called me out and I was like, oh, now I have to explain. And that's what I wanted to avoid. So that's why I just stopped talking.
Yeah.
But then also being on the other end of it, and then I'm like, okay, so hey, do you want to like see each other this day? And they're like, actually, Issa, I'm like, oh, cool. It's been 2 weeks since we talked. Thank you so much for letting me know. I'm like, oh, that's rough. So, and then yeah, like I've had my best friend in high school, she ghosted me, and that was rough, like right before senior year. So I
No.
was like, oh, cool. And then like she eventually told me about it like a year later or something. And I was like, oh, so you stopped talking to me for a situation that I was not involved in. Thank you so much.
Right.
Great. But at the end of the day, like it's really like I don't know. It's just it's not fun either way. And now as an adult, it's just such like an icky. I mean, it's always been an icky thing, but it just feels extra icky because we're like, come on, we're adults. We're literally, I mean, yeah, our brains are still developing, but we're on the tail end of it. So come on, like let's just hash this out. Let's just talk and then not talk.
Exactly. I was just also thinking about how like I mean it's one thing like I know I'm very not confrontational as well and but then I also think about just like in general like even people who are confrontational or like don't struggle with that kind of thing I feel like it's very much a girl thing in my opinion too like is like rejection is a very scary thing. And like as women, being the one to reject someone is very scary because all we've ever heard is horror stories of like what happens when women reject people romantically. So it's like, why would I like and not that like that's ever in my mind with people or stuff, but like there's just like a lot of scary situations where it's like sometimes rejecting people is dangerous. And like something to be fearful over. So like maybe it is easier to like not ghost, but I mean sometimes it is like or just string along or like kind of like subtly try and friend zone people instead of outright rejecting them because you don't want to like, make things weird, especially like wherever that relationship's coming from. Do you still have class with this person? Do you still I don't know, see them out? Do you work with them? Like there's just so many factors that go into relationships that make them complicated. So I think a lot of times people's actions are justified.
Yeah. I mean, for me, at least, like a lot of mine, not like a lot of mine, but okay. Like in situations where like I wanted to ghost someone, but didn't, or like when I've been in situations where I'm like rejecting someone, I'm like, I get just so anxious about it because I'm like, not because of like I'm in fear of like what they're gonna do to me, but in fear of like how they're gonna feel about themselves.
That too.
And so I'm
Like you
like, oh my gosh, I don't want
know
you
what
to think
rejection
I
feels
don't
like
like you.
for
Like, I don't want you to think that like you're terrible or like you'll never find a friend or a girlfriend or whatever. Like, I I just get annoyed by you. And but I'm not everyone.
them.
Someone won't find you. Like there will be someone out there who doesn't
Yeah.
find you annoying. Just keep looking. No, but like seriously, like that is like a huge fear of mine. And then like having to continually like interact with them too, though. Like being in same community groups or same like areas or spaces in the world. And it's like I still have to interact with this person. Um, so I can't like full on reject them because then it's gonna be awkward. But then it's also like
Right.
it's only awkward if you make it awkward, but some people just don't understand social cues and things and
Right.
I don't know. It's just sorry, got away from ghosting, but it's there's just it's there's so much.
No, it's totally related because it's like I think it's part of like the reasoning because um I mean people are so valid in all their opinions about ghosting, but like when people are like absolutely oh my gosh, I cannot believe my like I cannot date someone if they've ghosted people in the past. Like that's crazy. Like our morals of my okay, but like why? Like maybe find out like what's the situation or like are they a serial ghoster? Because like maybe that is annoying.
I really thought
Or
you were saying serial killer. I was like, yeah, maybe you don't go
yeah,
out with them if
that
they
too.
are.
But yeah, it's like, well, maybe it was more like it's I think definitely an issue if you found out that they like ghosted like a very serious close relationship. But if it's like they ghosted someone once, like I don't know if it's the biggest deal. And obviously maybe use your judgment on if you think they've grown as a person since or something.
Yeah.
Like it's just kind of an interesting deal breaker to me sometimes. Just because relationships are complicated. Relationships, friendships, family relationships, um, even like not relationships, like you know how many I see so much about how like the pain of trying to get jobs these days is like there's so much ghosting in the like interview process and like or even applications where like you never even get responses from the company to be like thanks but no or like I mean, I think after a certain amount of time, you can assume you're not gonna get an interview or something. But like even after like a first interview, the amount of people that just stop getting responded to at all, is kind of wild because you expect companies to be very professional, and kind of know how to navigate those things. But apparently, apparently you can't expect projection from even like jobs anymore. Like it's weird.
Yeah. No, I know. I just got a rejection email that said, "Thanks so much for your interest in this position. Um, but it's been filled. I applied for this thing like 3 months ago,
My
4 months ago."
gosh.
I'm like, it's not hard to send a mass rejection email. Like it's okay. Like it's okay to just say, "Hey, sorry, you're not moving forward. Keep
Yeah.
going." Like find some set your sights on something new. I'm like, hello? That's literally so but whatever. To each company their own, I suppose. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, no, it's something. It's something, all right.
Yeah, it's tough out there in the market. Um, but okay, I guess something we could chat about is like not tips, but tips, I guess, for like how to move on, or I guess like reach more of that acceptance after getting ghosted. Because like, I mean, I think obviously you can try if like you know or feel like this person has ghosted you, you can try to keep reaching out and like see if they'll talk to you and whatnot, but also it's like maybe it's not worth your the battle for you to keep trying and trying and trying and pouring so much effort into someone who's that difficult to
Yeah.
um coordinate something with. So, um, what can you do for yourself to move on, make yourself feel better about it, after you get ghosted?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like trying to think. I'm like, I don't really know where I'd start with this. Um, I mean, I'm a fan of like breakup movies or like rom-coms and stuff. I think that's a really great like fun, good self-care activity. Like especially like I just always think about like Something Great. That's what that movie's called? Yeah. Um, where it's like kind of like a breakup movie and it's just like very wholesome. I think definitely appreciate the people you still have in your corner and like in your life more, like lean on them and definitely just remind yourself that you do still have other people that are there for you and just appreciate the effort that they give you because you still got quality people in your life.
Yeah. I think something for me, at least, like getting through a ghosting, was just like, I mean, I'm a person like I ruminate on everything. And so just kind of trying to set it out of my mind and be like, listen, this is something that's not in my control. So because it's not in my control, like there's nothing I can do about it. Like I can reach out and be like, oh, why'd you stop talking to me? Or I can be like, oh, when do you want to hang out? Or wow, I haven't seen you. Like, let's talk. Like, yeah, you can do those things. And that's totally fine. But then it's still like in the back of your head, like, oh, why aren't they responding? Or like, why aren't they talking to me? Or like, what happened? Like, what did I do? What did I do? What did I do? And you know what? I am an annoying person. Like I know that. You likely are an annoying person. It's fine. We're all here. We're all over. So um but ultimately like because it's out of your hands, it's not something that you could have done or like done anything to stop from happening. Like my best advice is to just not ruminate on it. Like it sucks, it's hard, but the less time you spend focusing on it, the easier it is to get over it. And earlier, like I said, like for me at least, it's so nice, like just getting over it. I'm like, you know what? They stop talking. I don't care. I don't care anymore.
Yeah.
And that only happens when you stop thinking about it so much.
Yeah. When one door closes, another one opens. Like for new opportunities, sometimes things get left behind and just try your best to accept it and
Yeah.
just look forward to the good things coming next and the new relationships and friends you'll meet. So, yeah, I think there's not much more to it. I think if it's actually a very serious, like traumatizing situation, therapy for sure.
Yeah.
Um, if it's like one of those, this person I was dating and literally lived with for like years just was gone one day and never said anything. Yeah, definitely might need more than just a little breakup song movie moment. Like, take care of yourself, please, and do what you need to do. I know we kind of make it sound easy, but it's like we don't have severe severe ghosting experience to speak from, really. Um, yeah. Okay. We've moved on from getting ghosted. Now, okay, we've talked like a little bit about, I guess, just like when you do ghost someone, like, sorry, not sorry. I'm not here to tell you not to ghost people. Like, probably don't. You shouldn't. I'm gonna tell you not to, but like if you want to ghost someone, sure. Um, but what you could do instead is maybe engage in some uncomfy but mature communication. And let the person know why you don't really want to talk anymore, or why you don't want to see them anymore. Because I think especially when it's like a friendship or something, there's probably something that you could work through there. Or if not, and it's something you've tried to work through, just maybe give one final, like, hey, we've talked about this so much. I think we're never going to see past these differences. And I think it would be in both of our best interest to cut things off and move on and surround ourselves with people who are more right for us. But it's hard. And yeah, I mean, I don't blame you if you have to kind of find ways to do it that work for you. But yeah,
Yeah. And we're not talking about like relationships that like it just dwindles, dies off, like where you just kind of stop talking gradually and neither
like
one of
it's
you really reaches out and
natural.
stuff. Like we're not talking about that. We're talking about no, you talk every day and then all of a sudden nothing.
Nothing.
Like that's not good. That's not good.
You're right. Like unannounced, gone, without a trace. I mean, obviously, I'm sure the person, if you ghost someone like that, I'm sure they're gonna be reaching out to you. So it's kind of like, yeah, definitely if you need your space, take your time. And like, I'm not saying you have to respond to them right away, but also maybe it doesn't hurt if they're, a little worried that you're not talking to them to like validate it and just be like, yeah, sorry, need some space right now.
Yeah.
But like, don't maybe just ignore it completely or whatever, and then be good and follow through on that and collect yourself, kind of come up with your plan, think of what's important and what you want to say, and then have that tough convo, um, if you have to. But because sometimes you just need a little bit of time. You need a little bit of time to figure it out. And it's okay to ask for space from people,
Yeah.
but um to think with some clarity. But definitely don't just be like, I need space. Gone.
The end.
Okay, did you go to another universe? It's cool.
Yeah. No, I fully agree. That's good. That's good.
So yeah, that's that's all I got, I think. I don't know. There's people with a lot more to say about ghosting than us for sure. And um yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, no, that's all I've got. All she's got.
Well,
Another pretty short episode. Wow. How
we're good.
fun. We're getting good at this. Wow. So to end it, we're of course going to end with our song of the week. So Sam, what is your song of the week?
My song of the week is Gateway Drug by Daniel Seavey.
Ooh.
It's his new song, and it was being teased on TikTok for so long before he released it, but it's very good, and I love it.
Ugh, I can't wait to listen. Okay, mine is Imagination by Shawn Mendes. And literally in the car today driving, I just screamed. I was like, "Ah," like during it, I was like, I could not with myself. It's so funny. Anyways, this is so good, so fun. Great combo. Hopefully you guys all liked it. I don't know. But yeah, if you did, please make sure to rate and review us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever else you listen to your podcasts. So that more people can find us. And you can also follow us on whatever stream platform you use. Again, rate and review, follow all those things. And also on Instagram at likewise_pod and TikTok at likewise.pod.
But
And then you can find all of our other various socials from the Instagram. But yes, we hope that October was so good to you. We can't wait for November. And yeah, Sam, I hope you have a really great rest of your day and a super happy Halloween.
oh, amazing. So fun and spooky. Thanks, Issa, and likewise to you all. Bye.
Bye.